I'm gonna come over here and steal the first artist that I want to share with you here at the Reality Art Show at EMPCU's in Fort Worth, Texas. Justin, can I steal you away for a minute?
Yeah, please. Do your thing. Yeah, it's up.
Okie dokie.
All right.
This is our first artist we are going to feature here, Justin Hunt. He has these lovely pieces you can see behind me. He paints on reverse glass. Justin, tell me about this.
It's reverse glass painting. So you start with the foreground and you end with the background. So it's completely opposite. It's a mirror image. So everything is backwards, basically. It does have a kind of a three-dimensional look. It's just layer and layer and layer and layer and layer of paint on glass.
Yeah. Honestly, as I mentioned earlier, I find this stuff incredible. It's so mesmerizing, and the effort that it takes to put into it. How long does it take for you to do one of these pieces?
This piece took about 30 hours. Generally, though, it take anywhere between 12 and 16 hours a piece.
And how did you get into it?
Well, I used to paint on canvas and wood and anything, and I went to get a piece framed, and it cost like $450. I thought that was insane.
That is insane.
And, so my parents, they're antique dealers, and they had all these old windows, and I just thought, well, it's already framed, and I was like, if I paint the back of it, I can clean it with Windex. So it's basically just I'm cheap and I'm lazy.
Yeah, I love that idea that you're just making a mistake, and like I feel like often people are like, oh no, now I have to make it work, but you don't have to make it work. You just throw some Windex on there, you're good.
No, Windex, scrape it off with some razor blades, and do the best you can.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier that only about 5 to 6 people in the United States do this. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'm sure there are more. I've met some people that have done it. Mm-hmm. They just don't do it professionally or as often as we do because they're sane.
You're not sane.
No. It's crazy. It's a crazy process. I wouldn't recommend to anybody.
That's fair. So, are there any other pieces you'd like to show us real quick?
Yeah, there's this piece here, Spotlight, which I did exclusively for this show. And it took about 12 hours. It's a lot of fun to do. I just figured if I'm going to do something for this show, I might as well do something just for the show.
So this one was for tonight specifically?
Yeah, specifically.
Awesome. Yeah. So where else can people see your art or find it?
I'm on Instagram. It's Reverse Glass by Justin. Facebook, Art by Justin Hunt. And then I have a website. artbyjustinhunt.com.
Awesome. That's artbyjustinhunt.com. Yep. Thank you so much, Justin.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful night.
You too.
Okay, guys, stay tuned. We're going to interview even more artists to come. I'm here with Dalton, the owner of the company Mindworks. Dalton, tell me about yourself, but more importantly, tell me about this guy.
That guy.
Who is that?
This is Bleep, otherwise known as BL33P. He's a lovely little robot, but he's super grumpy.
He's super grumpy? What makes him so grumpy?
He just hates all of humanity. He thinks robots would be better at it.
I mean, I can see where he has a point. What's his argument?
Well, his argument is that humanity pollutes and has wars and famines, whereas robots are just efficient. They would take care of everything, and maybe they would just keep humans as pets.
Interesting philosophy, Bleep. Where can people find you and Bleep around the Metroplex?
You can find me and Bleep in Austin. That's where we're based, but you can find us online at Clear Human Eyes at Instagram.
Awesome. And tell me a little bit more about Mindworks.
Mindworks is my company. I founded it in 2017. We do all sorts of projects combining technology with performing arts and live experiences.
Awesome. So basically what I'm hearing is Bleep is a robot for hire.
Bleep is indeed a robot for hire.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about that, Bleep? It responds with something.
Something.
Yeah.
It's a bit loud in here. He's not good at yelling.
Yeah. Does Bleep mind the noise?
Not so much, but he's having a hard time communicating. He needs better speakers.
True, and I mean, the robot needs to communicate. That's kind of one of the points.
Robots also need upgrades.
So one last thing I'm going to have you talk about for a second, because you told me earlier, and it was very fascinating. You on your resume, you have both circus worker and quantum physicist.
Yeah, that's the combo that I work with. I do lots with circus. I'm a circus artist myself, but my background is in quantum physics. I got a master's in working with particle detectors, particle accelerators. So
how do you go from quantum physicist to circus performer to creator of a company to Bleep's Entourage?
Well, the phrase "ran away with the circus" that explains my past perfectly. I finished my master's degree in physics, ran away with the circus, lived in my car, traveling the country, performing and teaching, and then got an email from Cirque du Soleil, and that started off my career. And now the whole effort is combining technology with circus in new ways.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Dalton. It's great to get to know you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you, Bleep. Okay, everyone, that was our second artist, Dalton Sessumes of Mindworks, and his entourage Bleep. I'll be back with you at 9 o'clock or 9:30, one of those, with more artists. Lovely people, we are back at EMP Studios in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Reality Art Show. We're with a particularly special artist here for me. This is my Uncle RJ, otherwise known as
Rollin Ray.
He is one of the main coordinators of this show, and I'm excited to have him talk to you about his art. Tell me a bit about your art, your medium, your style, what you like to do.
Consider myself a modern day mudlark.
And for the people who don't know what that is.
You can look it up. Google's easy. It is. Just use it. You got to mix technology with the analog era to get back to knowing shit. So, I like to take broken tech waste and turn it into something beautiful. I oftentimes use broken PCB boards and hard drives and sound chips just to make visible art. My favorite mediums are spray foam and hot glue. Yeah,
Cool.
that's about it.
You said a lot of the materials you find are stuff that are going to end up in a landfill.
You know what? It's stuff that would either end up in a landfill, trash can, or actually some of it would end up being recycled. But you're looking at really beautiful things that somebody spent hours designing and creating, and entire factories that have been built to make this thing that looks like a city that's just going to get melted down for waste. So I'd rather people see what they're using around them. You know, you never think, what's inside my money? You know, what does that look like? You open it up and it looks like New York. It's wild. And sometimes when you show people that, it gives them a bigger view of the little things around us.
In a minute, I'm going to take you guys over there and we're going to see some of the art. But I also want to talk about, actually, these last two things were puns about your art. So how about we go over to your art and we show them. Let's show them. Let's get punny, right? How are you feeling about tonight?
100% success.
Hell
As
yeah.
long as every artist feels represented and that they were represented properly, I'm happy with what we've done.
Hell yeah. So we're going to go over here. We're going to look at some of Rollin Ray's work. This is the body of his work. Get it? Get it?
Big fan of this one. It's got actually working fans in the lungs to help her breathe.
Okay. And then what about this guy right here?
Every heart needs a hand. It's just, we could all use a hand once in a while, and especially when you're going through heartache, I mean, every heart needs a hand.
Awesome. And look, we got these over here.
This is the star of the show.
Yeah,
It's the star.
this is where it all
Always looking
starts.
back at it.
He's got puns for days. We're going to go over to one more piece, see what he's got going on over here. We got Suza.
It's actually one of my largest pieces. It's 7 foot from tip to tip. I call her Mother. She's a big inspiration on some of my smaller works, which is a whole nother lore, which you'd probably, forget if I told you. Just put it this way, it gets into your brain. And once you know it, it kind of changes the way you think. So, yeah, beware. There's warning.
Thank you, Rollin Ray. I am so excited to be here with you tonight. I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy we got to do this, and I'm glad people got to see your art.
Let's have some fun.
Hell yeah. We're going to be coming back at you at about 10:30 with interviews with 2 more artists. And I am going to be interviewing the lovely Trista Morris, if I can find her again. Trista, we're on. We're on. We have audio. Okay, now say everything you just said quickly.
I don't remember what I just fucking said.
You know what? The good part is I have notes.
Yay!
Can you hold the phone for
I
me?
sure can. Holding the phone.
I got enough of that.
You can see me. Hello. We're doing great.
Yeah, we are.
So here we are. First, I'm gonna switch hands. Okay, so I am here with Trista, the beautiful, amazing Trista Morris of Art of Trista Studios. Tell me a little bit about your art, your medium, what you typically do.
So I'm an acrylic artist, but I also work in other mediums. I would be considered a multimedia artist. I've been painting since I was about 11 years old. Started very young. Self-taught, as many people are. From there, I discovered a love of teaching. So I also teach. I do murals. I attend shows, very much like this one.
And you said your studio is actually mobile, correct?
Yes, I have 3 mobile studios. I have a room, of course, where I produce work, but I have Art30TX, which is my teaching studio. I can teach up to 60 people. I have a mural kit and a basically mobile mural kit that I take with me on jobs. That's considered a mobile studio. And then, of course, my acrylic studio, where I bring my art with me everywhere. So if you open my car, it's a menagerie of different art supplies at any given time.
I love it.
As my friend Juan just recently said, of Project Zero Art, he goes, well, how do you make it all fit? I'm like,
I love it.
Tetris.
And you mentioned earlier that when you do art, you let you follow the inspiration. Tell me how that manifests you. What exactly does that mean?
So I consider myself to be an intuitive artist. And what that means is I follow energy. So if I get a burst of energy and an emotion behind it, I have to paint it then and there or I lose it. And it's unfortunate because there's been many of those in the past week. And I'm like, all right, I'm trying to hang on to you, but I'm tired. And I can't. But yeah.
One thing earlier when we thought we had the audio but didn't, I asked Trista based on that question, what was something that brought her joy and brought her inspiration? And I really need you guys to know what she said.
So animals. Animals and my giant garden.
And how many cats did you say you had?
I have 6.
Love it.
Yes.
That's amazing. And lastly, tell me more about, you also are in a band.
Yes. Okay, so I'm more of a guest singer in that band. The band is actually called The Matthew Show. It is my wonderful partner of 7 years. That is his band. He's been in bands of varying kinds since the early 90s. Yes. So he's a very seasoned musician.
And where can people find the band as well as your art if they want to find you on like social media, online?
So if you want to find me on social media, literally it's artoftristastudios.com. That'll take you to everything. I have a link tree on my Instagram. I have a link tree on my Facebook page. Pretty much I'm linked up really well. If you Google me and Google River Oaks mural, you will see my NBC5 DFW article about the River Oaks mural that I finished back in 2022.
That's awesome.
It helped get the mayor of River Oaks elected. Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
It's only a little accomplishment because River Oaks is like a couple streets now. It used to be a whole city, but
yeah. Well, I am so happy I got to meet you tonight, Trista. Yeah. I'm excited we got to capture you. Actually, walk with me. We're gonna show them your art again since we restarted this. Because you also were doing a live painting, correct? Let's go check it out. Yeah. Here we go. So, any piece you want to show off specifically? so much, Trista. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. I'm going to be coming at you in just a few minutes with Rollin Ray, our next artist. I'm back at you at EMP Studios in Fort Worth, Texas at the Reality Art Show. I'm going to be interviewing another lovely artist now. Here we have Svartvinter Art.
Hello, how are you doing? Svartvinter Art. I love black metal, I love comic books and manga and Junji Ito and all the coolest shit you could possibly think of if you were 12 years old and a boy.
Hell yeah. Awesome. So come over here. Tell me about your art, Svartvinter.
So, I mentioned I love black metal. That's my whole entire shtick. I got started wanting to do album artworks and shirts for black metal bands, for all kinds of metal bands. And I've done quite a good amount of work for my standards, I should say. I'm still very much a small artist so far, but I have quite a lot of work that I'm very proud of so far, and some new stuff in the works too.
Hell yeah! And you said you use fine line or ink pen?
Correct. Yeah, a lot of microns. You know, stuff that's pretty easily accessible if you have a Michaels around.
Love it.
Micron pens, micron brush pens, some random different kinds of brush pens. There's also a couple of pieces of alcohol marker stuff. Namely this piece right here, this piece right here, and a couple of other pieces that I still have in the works.
Nice. And so, one, I remember you said this one over here is one you wanted to highlight. Tell me about this guy.
Yeah, so this is ostensibly a fan work of a metal band that I like out of Finland called Havukruunu.
Havukruunu, I practice.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So this is one of my favorite bands of all time. They're like pagan black metal, if you're into that kind of thing. Probably a couple of months before February 2025, they came out with a music video for the namesake song of their album Tavasland. And this image... Tavasland. Yeah, however you want to say it. Yeah.
Tavasland.
Yeah.
I practiced that one too.
It's a very magical sounding word for a magical sounding region of the country.
And that's the name of the piece too, is the album and the piece?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, pretty simple procedure. I might as well just name it after the music video that all of the imagery is taken off of.
Yeah.
Very Finnish looking sceneries, people, things, what have you.
We got the layer coming here. There we go.
Oh yeah, understood. This piece took me a very, very long time to do because, oh god, like the whole entire year of 2025.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
Like, I got started and probably did about half of it in February to show it off the day of the release of the album. But after that, I was just so burnt out that I didn't want to work on it for months on end. So I would have to work on it piecemeal, and then finally I got it done just a little bit before New Year's happened. So I'm very proud of it. I'm very, very proud of it. It's probably my favorite work that I've done thus far.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's gorgeous. It has so many different aspects to it. If we can get it from like the layer over here. So many different layers going on there. I also wanted to talk about, because we nerded out about this earlier, as you can tell by me trying to pronounce that thing, that name just now. You were a linguistics bachelor.
Yeah, I have a linguistics bachelor's degree from, oh my God, UNT, University of North Texas.
Did you forget?
I did, in fact. I was thinking universe of some sort, but yes.
The universe of
University of North Texas. And the government is fucking making them gut their linguistics program. I can't say anything else. It's very illegal. So
understood. We'll move on to my question.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
Which is in your love of linguistics, your love of culture, I assume, in that way. How do you think, does that inspire your art in any way?
Oh, I mean, so this piece in and of itself is a celebration of my love for, I fell very in love with Finnish metal back when I got introduced to a band called Children of Bodom, if anybody's interested in that. Hugely influential band for me. I could not sing their praises enough. Rest in peace, Alexi Laiho. You will never be forgotten for very good reason. But they were the band that got me started on my love for Finnish metal, for Finnish culture and language especially, and the language part really, really stood out for me. Eventually I took my linguistics degree because I wanted to be a translator for a while anyways. Now, the linguistic stuff doesn't come in quite as often, but it does come in pieces like this where I want to express my love for Finnish metal, for Finnish culture, or even for stuff like Japanese manga. If you really are into like manga, here we got Dorohedoro piece right here, Dye Dark from the same lady. Very just I love all different kinds of cultures, outputs. It's just also inspiring to me. There's so many opportunities to connect with people. Should I be looking at the phone when I go into this? You have such captivating eyes, is the thing.
Oh my gosh, stop it, calm down.
There's just so many opportunities to connect with people through language.
Yeah.
If you spend even a moment learning someone's language and then you say something to them to show that you put in that kind of work, they will immediately appreciate it. Probably. Unless they're French, and then they will give you so much shit for it. I cannot speak enough to this experience.
Oh,
and
no.
Frankly, I love them for that too. It's such they do have a pride in themselves that I can appreciate.
I love that. I love hearing you talk about that. I think it's very beautiful and that you captured it in these pieces so well. You did want me to bring up one other piece.
Yes.
Annika did not tell me if I could cuss or not, so I'm gonna say that this is called The Mystery of the Blood-Sucking Fudge.
Oh, I'll swear for you. I mean, I've already done it so far.
Annika, it was him, not me.
Yeah. Okay, so mystery. I'll take the responsibility here. Mystery of the blood-sucking fuck. Not really a super important name. I just kind of came up with it so that I could have a name to put out there. But this is actually just a recreation of the original piece, because the original piece was actually a donation that I had made to a bat charity called Bat Fest held here in Fort Worth.
Right, I remember you talking about that.
They invited me out specifically. I don't know what appealed to them about me. I assume it's because you think bats, you think dark, edgy, gothic. And I offered, why not make an art piece so that you can auction it off, and they were immediately already going to do that with other artists. So I whipped this up in probably half a week, and then they auctioned it off. I don't actually know for how much money, but it's one of the only original pieces that I've sold. So whoever owns it, I really hope that you enjoy it. I hope you're taking care of it, because it means a lot to me. And if you spent money to donate to this charity, then clearly it must have meant something to you, and I really appreciate that. My work is very important to me.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Scott Vincent. It's been a pleasure to get to know you tonight and see your art. Where can people see your art on a regular basis or follow you on social media?
The most frequently updated is my Instagram. Meta sucks, but it's also the best place for me to get reach out there. My Instagram is SparksVinterArt. You can, if you would like to put it on my very meticulously designed intro poster here, so that people can know how to spell it. And it's the exact same handle on, I do have a Facebook page, I don't use it that often. And then I also have a Blue Sky and a Cara page, C-A-R-A, that's probably just going to be the people who are really big into art and just want to see artists who also don't want to super support Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So.
Awesome. That's a lot of places.
Yeah.
People can find it. Please check out Spark Ventures Art. They're an amazing local artist here in DFW, and I'm so glad I got to talk to you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thank you too. Okay, guys, we have 3 more artists we're going to interview for you tonight. Just hang out for a few minutes, and we're going to get the next artist up and get them ready to talk. Thank you, guys. At EMP Studios in Fort Worth, Texas at the Reality Art Show. I'm going to be showing you the art of another wonderful artist that I have standing here with me, Dignity of Dignity is Dreaming Studios. So, Dignity, would you want me to refer to you as Dignity or Corey? Dignity. Okay. What is? Tell me about your art. Tell me about. Or you want me to? One. Give us one quick moment. Your art and kind of your medium, your style.
So I try to keep everything really attainable. I started when I was super young and definitely did not have money to go buying supplies. So I really work with anything that you can hopefully find at a gas station or Walmart. Most of it is done with a mechanical pencil, a number 2 pencil, and a general big pen.
That's awesome.
And general scrap paper, or if I can find something heavy set, then that's nice if I'm doing a long project for a couple weeks. A lot of it focuses on isolation. I am neurodivergent. Of what direction, I'm not quite sure yet, but definitely something's going on. And a lot of it is just focusing on some of the difficulty with reaching out and or the acceptance of the isolated places that you can find yourself. I know there's a lot of normal things in life, and I wanted to talk about the Goldilocks zone, and that there's a lot of beautiful average things, and that we love average, and that there's a lot of quantity in average, but I wanted to focus a little bit on the more extreme experiences of the people on the edge.
I think that's so beautiful, and I honestly love your art. I'm gonna kind of go closer to it real quick here, see some of these pieces. I believe this one was called By the Henbit. As you can see, there's these flowers poking up in the back that used to be hen feed, we believe, or at least that style. First blooms of spring. First blooms of spring. We also have, which was the other one you pointed out? Oh, we have up here. This one's beautiful. It kind of looks to me like hugging the man on the moon in a way.
Absolutely. It is called I Love the Moon.
I love the moon, yes. And then, believe it or not, my grandmother came today to this art show and was brought to tears by this one. This is a lovely one. You can see the mushrooms here. Tell me about, if you don't mind, this drawing and what it's supposed to capture with that character.
It's kind of part of the same universe. I wanted to focus on life around miniature items, and so this is focusing under the mushrooms, but I really wanted to capture the kind of dust in the wind or fireflies or anything of that nature. So it's kind of a building universe of small hybrid creatures that I'm going to do a series on.
I love that. This excites me. Because you're right, like it does feel like a universe you're building in these drawings. Like you look at these different pieces and you're like, oh, this just kind of makes sense. Like I'm glimpsing at different episodes in this story, you know?
And I want to do a series that's going to be focusing on a complex woman living in her house who's maybe a scientist or something and has a lot of weird evolved plants and a lot of friction and tension between the characters.
Yeah, you mentioned a short story also earlier, didn't you?
I think so. I'm having a little trouble with recall.
Yeah, me too. I didn't make a note of that one, but you mentioned a short story. If we don't remember it,
I'm drawing a blank at the moment.
One of these days there will be a book that comes out.
It's going to be poetry and vignettes and short stories to accompany them.
Perfect. I love it. Oh, I remember one other note I had is that you liked the contrast of feelings in the art. So we had things like what was it? Scary and weird.
We have like this guy over here, which is kind of a cute and scary. Oh, here over here, she's a little abnormal and a little bit of tension, kind of a cute and freaky type thing. I wanted to have kind of a classic but super weird home setup over here.
I remember we described this moon as soft and kinky.
Yes, so there's some sharpness in the idea of the kink and them being together in general, but then softness in the body. So I wanted contrast of feeling, so everything you look at should make you feel at least 2 ways, sexy and afraid, or it's cute but it's weird, or questioning yourself in some way. And a lot of them do have focus on isolation, so kind of making you face yourself.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for walking us through some of those. Where can people find your art on a regular basis?
At the moment, I am located on Instagram. I'm trying to expand to more platforms, and hopefully I will be doing that in the next 2 months.
Hell yeah, awesome. And finally, is there any last thing you want to communicate to people about your art, why you do this, what brought you to it?
I just started as a little kid. I was homeschooled, and I didn't really go to public school except for 1 year late in high school, and it was really just sitting with a lot of hours, and I started looking at the world and breaking down shapes, and it took like 16 years to get to this point, so I hope that with the utensils being easy to reach out, that people will just start their own and not stop it, and eventually you're going to have that muscle memory and be able to get your line work done.
Hell yeah, I love that. And then I do remember you gave me this one specific line. I think the audio is at least still going. The video might be, but I'm going to read out this line you gave me that you were capturing earlier. Average is beautiful. The Goldilocks zone exists for a reason. You wanted to represent the people on the edges of existence. Is that correct for how you want to communicate? Give me one more sentence to surmise how that is projected in your art.
I know I like to capture bodies that are maybe beautiful, but definitely going through strain, either by being rejected by other people and trying to be isolated and hide that. But a lot of nature, they're really most beautiful. Hummingbirds and butterflies, their wings are so big that it's hard for them to fly, or their feathers are so heavy. But those are the animals that we really appreciate. Again, outside of that Goldilocks zone in the abnormal area. And so I try to just kind of capture complicated forms and cumbersome bodies.
Thank you so much, Dignity. It has been lovely to get to know you tonight, and I appreciate you sharing your art with me and with everyone here on the live stream. Thank you.
And so we're taking these moments of joy and making them into these wonderful paintings that are black light reactive. I also like birds and jello because they bring joy.
Birds and jello do
But
bring
some
joy.
of these paintings are from the Restraint series, and they feature some shibari, including some work that incorporates flower into the rope binding, which is something that I learned from this wonderful teacher from Japan. They call it ohanawa.
Nice.
So the test pictures were part of a audience interactive project at an event.
The kissing
We
booth.
had a 360 kiss cam kissing booth where people found a consenting partner. And they went behind the booth and pressed the shiny red record button and agreed to become part of this art. And so we ran it through a video synthesizer and projected it the night of the show, but we also recorded it, and that way I can make these paintings that I'm showing here today. And I'll also be showing them in September at Mighty Fine Arts in Oak Cliff. So these are all screenshots from that night, and they're very video synthesized, lots of digital artifacts, wonderful little glitchy vibes, and I wanted to capture that when I did the painting version so that you still have that feeling of digital artifacts.
Tell me more about what the inspiration for this project was, where the ideas came from and what you were trying to accomplish.
I was inspired by Andy Warhol's short film Kiss, which you can find on YouTube. It's black and white, and it's people making out. But I felt like a modern interpretation. You see heterosexual couples kissing in museums and gallery, and I really wanted to bring queer kisses to the forefront and normalize it and show joy in times of turmoil. We have to lean into our joy, and that's what the art is about, is creating these joyful moments in a way that you can hold them in your hand and take them home and make them part of your life.
I love that, and I definitely feel like you have captured love in a really beautiful way in a lot of these paintings. And you also mentioned that you make the art that you love. Can you talk about how that manifests for you?
I think it's important, especially with new artists, that you not be overly concerned with, are people gonna like it or not? Don't do that. Instead, you need to make the art that you love and capture the emotions and the moments and the expressions and create your artwork and do it because it's something that you care about and something that resonates with you. And the right people will eventually click with it, and that's this beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be for everybody. You start with yourself and you find that joy, and it just radiates into it.
Hell yeah, that's amazing. Last thing we'll throw out there is you also write haikus, and you have a book.
Let's look at this painting.
Ooh,
More kisses.
more kisses.
More restraint. More love. More queer love.
I love it.
So I wrote a book in 2024. You can find it on Amazon. It's called 100 Haikus about horror movies because I like scary movies. They're a safe container for people to process their feelings about fear and death, and it's kind of fun. So I made this book. I collaborated with a lot of local artists and put it together. It's a game. I don't mention the name of the movie and the poem. You have to kind of guess what movie I'm talking about. And the spoiler index is in the back. Flip to the back and find the names, what year the movie was made. And some of them are things that you've heard of and are total classics. And there's a couple of fun ones that are a little more obscure for my deep dive folks that really want to see some unusual, scary movies. So it's both an art book and a poetry book, but also a movie recommendation list so that you can find some cool movies.
Yeah. This has been Suza Hepkat. She is a marvelous artist who does art, poetry, conceptual art of the visual nature, of the performance nature of the written word.
Indeed, yes. Take the art in everyday life, bring it up and make it happen in real life.
Awesome.
Make it into reality.
Visions of digital reality.
That's right.
It all comes together.
Digital
Yes.
and make this moment.
This art does fit that theme of connecting the analog with the digital, which is what we've been trying to accomplish in this show.
I'm honored to be part of this group. There's some really talented artists, and I'm really glad that I got to participate.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad I got to meet you, and I'm grateful you showed me your art and showed us your art.
Yes, would you like a photo?
Yes, I love that. Oh, sorry. Awesome. Thank you so much, Susan.